It's the Raw Meat Podcast, the most mediocre wrestling podcast on the internet. With the smart Greg Adams, the nature boy Jay Watley, and the hardcore icon Puff.
All right, it is the Raw Meat Podcast. Greg Adams over here, Puff over there, and Jay Watley next to me to my right. The long time no talk. We haven't done a podcast in a while, and it's a lot to do with, I think, our work schedules and the fact that none of us are ever available at the same time.
I think it has to do with the fact that I kept dominating all of the picks, and you guys just said, you know what, we can't beat the guys, so let's just close this thing down.
Technically, Greg's the defending champion.
I think that's accurate.
He won the belt from me,
Okay.
so you weren't even involved in the last two transactions, you idiot.
You win one or two every now and then all of a sudden you're the best. Well, I'm the longest reigning and most winning, I believe, and I'm
actually, I think I still have most reigning too with this most recent
that
one.
means you two have lost the most out of all the three of us.
I'd rather lose the most and only win once.
Suck it.
All right. So basically what we're looking at is the fact that this Royal Rumble that's going to be going down in 48 hours is so big that we felt the need to clear our schedules and sit down so we could do a little bit of a prediction podcast. In addition to that, this guy over here somehow was able to finagle one
I can't
of the...
see you pointing to me.
Yeah, it's not me.
Whatever. Somehow Puff was able to finagle one of the final interviews with WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle before the Royal Rumble.
Which was recorded, about an hour ago?
Possibly, yeah. And we're gonna put that on the back end of this. So after our predictions, we'll hear that interview and we will get a definitive answer. At least I feel like it's a definitive answer on whether or not he's going to be at the Royal Rumble this weekend.
Oh, he was pretty straightforward.
I think, and it goes hand in hand with the TMZ article that everyone's talking about, the bottom line is if Kurt Angle is going to be in the Royal Rumble, he can't tell anybody. Damn sure can't tell Puff from Shreveport.
Well, we're going to find out because he may have told Puff, and we're going to play that audio after we're done with our predictions. But that's what I don't want to talk about all the Raws that we've missed between then and now, all the SmackDowns, where the storylines are at, where anything's at. I
just want to make one comment before we move on. Chris Jericho is God. That's all I want to say.
What a random comment to interrupt with. Greg was setting us up perfectly.
But not wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a draft-style Royal Rumble prediction.
Yep.
We're not going to predict the pre-show matches. We're not going to predict anything except for the 30-man Royal Rumble. And you talked about like some kind of weird scoring metric that you wanted to do.
No, I don't know. I think we should all pick snake draft until we have 10 picks each.
Yeah.
And straight up, whoever has the winner on their team is the winner this week.
Well, I don't know if that will necessarily work because Triple H has continuously said expect the unexpected, and there are only 22 slots that have been filled right now, so there are 8 that we don't know. We could all pick additional people to enter the Royal Rumble and miss completely.
No, they won't have a surprise win it.
Expect the unexpected, as Trips would say. So we maybe should come up with some kind of scoring system that says if your first round pick wins, you get 1 point, and we go all the way down.
How about we get bonus points for the Iron Man for the most eliminations if you draft those guys?
See, I think that's getting more confusing.
What about a surprise? Like if you guess the surprise entrant correctly, does that give you points automatically?
Yes.
I think this would be the easiest way to do it.
Who cares about easy? We want fun, damn it.
The way that the rounds are set up, if your first round draft pick gets it, you get 1 point. If your 10th round draft pick gets it, you get 10 points. And in addition to that, we can go ahead and put in your stipulation of Iron Man, most eliminations, and surprise picks. 1 point for each of those.
One person would have 1 point and no one else would have any.
All right, so 1 point for surprise.
No, man. Let's make that a little higher than that. You can't
should
make
be 5
1 point for surprise.
5 points? You want to go 5 points if you get a... No, I'm saying if you predict a surprise entrant, you get 1. You want to give 5?
Well, the point is equal to picking the winner in the first round.
Okay. Do you want to have how many points if you get the Iron Man?
Let's do 5 points for all those.
Yeah.
5 points on all those, and 5 points for most elimination.
Yep.
Well, I'm about to get 5 points right off the bat then.
So here's the deal. In the event of a tie, if there's a tie with the Iron Man or most eliminations, we'll just dole out double 5 points.
Yeah. We'll figure all this out later.
All right, so we've established our draft order. We're going to do a snake draft. If you're familiar with fantasy football, you are going to be really familiar with what's going on. We're not going to bog down with every draft pick. I mean, with our first round draft picks, we should be pretty self-sustaining.
Yeah. Who's first pick? Puff?
Well, Puff's going to be first pick. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start to bog down a little bit later on. If we start picking some off-the-wall stuff, I'm looking at you on this one. We'll either bog down to mock you or we'll bog down to get your justification. So let's stop explaining and start picking. Puff, you have the number 1 overall pick.
Right, just before I take this, is the goal to get the winner in the first round or in the last round?
If you pick it in the first round and your person wins, you get 1 point for that, because the first round should be the obvious picks. If we get to the 10th round and we're picking people who aren't even in the Rumble yet, and one of those people wins it, you get 10 points on that pick. So wherever they fall in the draft.
I think in the same sense, though, you're trying to pick the guy who you think is going to win.
Right,
early,
that's the goal.
Because then no one else would have it.
Exactly. So who you pick, I can't have.
I know.
Let's go, Puff. Damn, let's get to it.
I'm taking Bray Wyatt.
Wait, what?
This has
Okay.
That is my pick.
This has
to
gone
win.
off the rails so quickly.
Hold on. Now, I said we weren't probably going to bog down in the first 3
Who in
picks
the
because
world
they were
let
going to
him
be.
pick first?
I don't know. Okay, go ahead and explain.
Sad.
Because that guy, I'm telling you what's going to happen. Bray wins here at the Royal Rumble.
No.
Goes to the main event.
Wrong.
Main event of WrestleMania. Shut up, you jackass.
Wrong.
Guess who's going to win the belt at Elimination Chamber?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Sets up Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt,
That's
main
dumb.
event, WrestleMania.
That is
Suck
dumb.
it, bitch.
I don't hate it,
I hate all of it.
but I don't trust it. So I guess if I essentially get the number 1 overall pick by default right now,
you gotta pick somebody good.
You guys can talk all the trash you want now. Just wait till Sunday.
all right, I'm just gonna do what I
know who you're
think.
picking. I've already typed it in.
I'm gonna do what needs to be done. I'm gonna take the Undertaker.
Oh, wow, that's sad. I was thinking you'd... Okay, so now that you've already picked, I can laugh and say that I actually agree wholeheartedly with Puff, but the complete opposite. And I didn't want to act like I did because I didn't want Greg jumping me on that. So I'm going to pick Randy Orton.
What?
For the same,
Okay, are you
the
serious
same
right now?
exact reason.
So we just got it backwards.
It's the same
All
exact...
right.
I think Bray Wyatt's going to win Elimination Chamber, and I totally agree with you. But I didn't want to make Greg know that before he picked.
Well, here's the thing about this snake draft. Not
then I
only
get
do
another
you
pick.
get another pick right
I
away,
do.
so
Whoo-wee. I'm going to go with Braun Strowman.
Easy way to get 5 points.
That's exactly right. I know I have 5 points there. And who knows, he might win. So I might get 6 points. He might be the Iron Man, too. Who knows?
That is true.
that is all very true. We're going to take this completely off the reservation, I think, right from the beginning, since we've already destroyed this whole thing. We're not going to take, I think, obvious choices right now. So what I'm going to do is
The Undertaker. He can't even walk to the ring.
I'm going to take Sami Zayn.
God damn it.
Oh, you got your Iron Man at least.
I don't know. Actually, what I think is you guys are both sitting over there thinking that Braun Strowman is going to get the most eliminations and be the Iron Man, and I think Sami Zayn's going to come in and eliminate him right away.
Nope.
I
I think
think
it's going to happen right away. I think you're right that Sammy will eliminate Braun Strowman.
I do too.
But I think it's going to be after Braun's in there for a little bit. Sammy comes in like 18 to 20.
I think the problem with that is they have built Braun to be so unstoppable.
Well, what's going to happen
up
is
this
he's going to be
point.
in the middle eliminating someone else, and Sammy's just going to sweep the leg. And
Yeah.
I think somebody's gonna beat Braun up severely. Braun's gonna be in a corner.
Big Show.
You're gonna see a haluva kick that's gonna take him over.
Just call it a hell of a kick, you know? Why do they call it that?
Well, it is what it is. Puff, it's your pick.
All right,
Double
since you
pick.
took Sammy, I'm going to take Baron Corbin,
Ooh, not bad.
and I'm taking Samoa Joe right here.
Ooh, all right.
That counts as a surprise too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I think, and we should have established that. The surprises will basically be any of the 8 who aren't already established as being entrants. So, that is actually, that doesn't shape up badly. Baron Corbin has been set up to be the beast of SmackDown. He's going to get the push this year, but I'll say it right now. I don't think anybody off the SmackDown roster is going to win the Royal Rumble. I don't think anybody has a chance to. And I think they've kind of shot themselves in the foot with the aspect of having not only a WWE SmackDown Championship match on Royal Rumble, but then they've already announced Elimination Chamber will be for the belt. So it takes away a lot of that power to be able to have that person, if it's SmackDown person, win the Royal Rumble and point at the WrestleMania sign, because there's still an opportunity for them to not be in the main event of WrestleMania. So, and it takes them out of what we talked about with the Elimination Chamber. You got 6 guys that need to be in the Elimination Chamber from SmackDown on that roster. Try to find 6 guys who aren't involved in the Intercontinental Championship match to be.
Don't flat out
So,
suck.
so you're saying that your next pick will be a Raw guy?
You'll probably see all of my picks be Raw guys, unless I'm into a pigeonhole mess here. This round 3 might just be our surprises, I guess, because I'm going to take this opportunity to select Finn Balor.
That's
That's a good pick.
And that might be Triple H's expect the unexpected, because
Yeah.
I think it would be expected for him to show up.
I was totally about to pick him, so.
I don't think it would be expected for him to show up and win. So I got Finn Balor there. Jay, you got back-to-backs here.
All right. I got Goldberg because he is the betting favorite.
Yep.
I think I'd be a fool to not pick the betting favorite. Oh,
Not going to be your Iron Man, but could get the most eliminations.
He could. Whew. Now it gets tough. Now it gets tough.
Yeah, this is about the point where it's going to start to... it's going to get iffy here. I'm going to start picking
Brock
some...
Lesnar.
You're going to go...
With Braun and Brock, I definitely have one of the two will get the most eliminations.
No, I don't think they will.
I think you're wrong.
I don't think they... Now, here's... Because I was about to make a pick right off that, but we didn't establish this. If I want to pick somebody who hasn't officially been announced, but we know that whoever loses the Universal Championship match earlier in the night will be in the Royal Rumble.
You want to just pick loser of match?
That's what I was going to say.
No. You have to get the guy.
You have to get the guy. Okay, well...
Oh, wow.
I may not waste this spot on that right now, then. I will go ahead and take Big Show.
Well, sounded just like it, didn't it?
A little bit.
You killed it.
Well, he looks good.
Because there's part of me right there who wants to pick a particular person, but I'm not 100% convinced that they will be in the match. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit on that.
Well, it's a medium-sized show.
You got back-to-backs now, Puff.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm going to take Big Cass.
Oh, jeez.
I don't hate that. I mean, it's safe.
And since Greg's afraid to pull the trigger, I'm taking Roman Reigns.
Damn it.
I don't think they'd give him a win again at that. After what happened last time, I don't think. The Rock couldn't even get him over.
No, but if we're doing Iron Man, he might be the
totally.
Iron Man.
Most eliminations, that's actually what I was kind of banking on, is that he's a guy who's in position to have most eliminations. You want to see him get really mad?
Hell yes.
Did I miss one that's super obvious?
I'm going to take Chris Jericho.
Oh, I'm not too upset about that.
Oh, really?
Jericho's up there in the betting odds right now.
Yeah, but he's got no chance.
No chance in hell? He's got no chance. All right. I think Jericho's obvious. We don't need to spend a lot of time on that because, I mean, like you said, betting favorite. So
Next, I will also capitalize on somehow stealing yet another surprise, and that is the perfect 10.
Oh.
He will be out. He will be out at number 10. I'm calling
Nope.
I say he's coming out at number 11.
11.
it. That would be great. That would be great, actually.
Ty Dillinger, I do think that he's positioned NXT-wise at this point, at least, with the Eric Young match and Sanity on the rise. He's going to put Eric Young over on Saturday night, which I think sets up him transitioning to WWE, and that's the perfect way to do it. Odds on him actually winning, though, are, I mean, but you're going to, I see what you're doing. You're grabbing those surprise points.
Those 5 points,
Get
man.
those little 5 points here and 5 points there. You got another one right
I
now.
have John Cena. Dun, 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 dun.
Also counts as a surprise.
Does
entry.
that counts as a surprise? I should have taken that Roman pick.
Should have.
That's
Idiot.
not good. Not good right
On
now.
my count, I've gotten like 30 points now.
Well, let's see. You've got 2 surprise picks now. And I guess as long as we're doing the surprise things, I'm going to have to take Nakamura right now. Because if anything, I need those 5 points, I guess. Yeah. So I'll take Shinsuke Nakamura because I think he's in the same boat as Ty Dillinger. I think he leaves NXT, makes his way up, more like Samoa Joe, I guess. So I feel good about Nakamura there, especially since we're in like the 6th round. But Puff's going to go back to back here and take pretty much all of the legitimate surprises left, I think.
Actually, I'm going to take Rusev. And I'm going to take Cesaro.
Okay.
I don't see you getting points for either one of those. But that's just me. I like to think that you're always wrong.
You do.
And you are.
I'm just starting to think Triple H, outside stance, and it's going to shock the world.
Oh, what about Triple H? No one's picked him yet.
That is true. I was this close, but with Seth Rollins not being in the match as of yet, I am kind of hesitant on pulling that trigger because those two are going to match up in some way, shape, or form. And if Rollins isn't in the Rumble, there's no need for Triple H to be in the Rumble.
Which is actually why I'm about to take Seth Rollins right now.
Whoa, what? Explain, sir.
Because this is... I understand you have a lot of star power, so you don't need your current stars to carry this match at this point. But what sense does it actually make to randomly put Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn against each other for a spot in the Rumble, especially when you have so many spots still available? This is a story. It is a device within the storytelling. He doesn't have another match set up right now. The card is extremely full. He's going to be doing something. Is this the point where Mick Foley puts his job on the line to put Seth Rollins into the Rumble? Plus, he counts as a surprise pick.
Got to be in the Rumble.
Counts as a surprise as well. So,
and then that opens up a Triple H pick here in a minute, don't it?
And I feel it does. It absolutely does. And I feel really good about getting Seth Rollins, expect the unexpected, at number 7. So if he wins, I get those 7 points as well. There's actually one really, really big freaking name that nobody has taken right now.
A big name?
Big freaking name.
The biggest name? The Shaquille O'Neal pick?
No, not that pick. No,
I just made the Shaq pick.
Oh, you're going to take Shaq?
Yep.
I guess that does count as a surprise.
5 points, baby. I'm just trying to rack up the points.
Good strategy.
Okay.
All right, who else you got?
Let me sit on this one for a moment here.
Because you got 3 left.
Yeah, I need to dwell. I need it.
And there are still people who are in the Rumble who have not been taken yet.
That is true. I'm looking down the list. And
based on how we set this up, though, potentially we could actually, because we're all picking these surprises to get those 5 points right now, we could actually get down to the bottom of this and have people who are legitimately in the Rumble not actually picked in any of our picks.
Okay. I am going to go now with, I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose.
There it is. That's the one that I was waiting for.
That's a good pick.
I mean, he's the biggest name.
Yeah. He will have a prominent role. If anything, maybe Iron Man. Could you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Dean Ambrose then. Lock it in. Well, I'm looking at my picks, bro. I think I got a solid amount of points.
I think there are 8 guys who are technically announced for the Rumble that have not been selected yet.
Go ahead and pick Apollo Crews, Greg. Go ahead and make that pick then.
Mojo.
I was going to say, all right, so let's just set this up so everyone's on the same page. People who are still available who have not been selected yet. Mojo Rawley, Luke Harper. Nobody's got Sheamus, right?
Not yet.
Sheamus is still out there. Dolph Ziggler is out there. The Miz is out there. And all 3 members of New Day are out there.
Well, we should do amount of points if we can guess what crazy predicament Kofi will find himself in.
No, I don't.
Or he doesn't get eliminated.
There's no way we're going to predict that. There's been ladders, handstands.
That handstand was the best.
All right. Well, how about this? If I put forward a prediction, we'll just give me 100 points if it comes if it comes true.
Sting slides out from the rafters.
No. I think it's actually going to be super simple this year. I think it's going to be an instance where he gets thrown out and Big E or Xavier catch him.
They did that last year
and just return him to the ring. I think that's all it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be anything.
They'll do it again.
2 years in a row. Come on.
Have the Rosebuds carry him 1 year.
Well, I mean, Kofi's getting a little bit older. I mean, I'm torn right now because I have 3 names that I really want to pick, and I've only got 3 spots left, and I'm afraid you guys are going to steal one, so I have to try and figure out what my order is going to be, because at this point I'm starting to think now surprises alone.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon.
Wow.
Good pick.
I mean, just he's not going to win.
Yeah. Surprise alone.
Just on surprise alone. And I think I have 2 more that are just on surprise alone, not anticipating them to win, but I just want to throw those out there as we get closer. So, Puff, you got doubles here, though.
I'm taking Austin Aries.
Nice.
And this is my crazy, insane, probably not going to happen in a million years pick. Jeff Hardy. Brother Nero.
Oh, man.
Jeff and not Matt?
Well, here's the reason why. Jeff he doesn't care about, Matt doesn't care about the money. He wants creative control. The reason Jeff hasn't signed a contract is because Jeff has spent his entire fortune on drugs and just wants a huge payday without really working. Guess who can provide that for him? Vinnie Mac, Daddy.
This is gonna be too difficult right now to cap this at 10 because we have so many surprises with Jeff Hardy. The minute Jeff Hardy's name was
let's just go until we are out of suggestions.
I've got 15 rounds right now, so let's just go to 15 if we can make it, because that right there to me.
Well, at this point, I don't think we're picking winners. I think the winners
at this point we're kind of well, maybe because we have so many guys who are actually still in the match out there. There is a part of me that says the Miz could still win this thing.
Are you going to pick the Miz right now?
I'm not going to pick the Miz right now because I'm in surprise mode. So for me, one of the easiest surprises that is right in front of our face that nobody's talked about yet is Rich Swann. Because I think if you have
Cedric Alexander too.
If you have this 205 Live you're pushing so hard, you're going to have cruiserweight matches there. Why not take the guy who probably will still be the cruiserweight champion? There's a chance he won't be, but he is one of the faces of the cruiserweight division. You got to get him in there. You got to get him into that match to further that brand. So I will take Rich Swann.
Wow. Well, then I will take AJ Styles, because that guarantees me 5 points, because I have now got Cena and Styles on
Unless
my team.
neither of them get in the match.
Unless that
One
is
of
true.
them will be in the match, so let's not be silly. So AJ Styles, lock it. He might lose and win, dude. You never know. And that a late pick like that. Just saying. Then I'm gonna pick the Miz. Oh, Mizzy boy.
Is that only because I said it, or did
I already had him typed up because I didn't think a million years you'd pick him, you jerk.
Well, that's acceptable. I'll take that.
All right, let's go, baby. I want some surprises.
All right. I will go with the next surprise pick, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne from the UK tournament.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
I think Pete Dunne is a guy that they are going to want to not only brand across WWE, but I think he is probably your first UK name that makes it into NXT. So, I mean, Pete Dunne is great. Pete Dunne could go straight to the main roster. He could end up as 205 Live Cruiserweight, the Bruiserweight. I think Pete Dunne gets into the Royal Rumble. Puff, you got some back-to-backs here.
I'm taking Hideo Itami. And
Is he still hurt?
well, him, Finn, and a couple other guys are going to the medical facility to get checked out this week to see if
Okay.
they're cleared for action. So if he's going to get checked to see if he's cleared for action,
Makes
they're
sense.
checking on something.
Makes sense.
And this is going to be another shocker. He's Slater, baby.
Oh, why? Why?
With all of the other, I think some of these other surprise picks are actually more legitimate than Heath Slater, and he's on the roster. I think there are non-roster guys who have a better chance of getting into this than Heath Slater does.
You want me to give you the list of non-roster guys that have a better chance of winning according to Vegas than Titus O'Neil? Because I can. Sting.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is on it. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that's...
Hulk Hogan has better chance than Titus O'Neil according to Vegas.
Don't sleep on that.
Batista.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. I would take Titus over that one.
The Rock.
It's a possibility.
CM Punk.
No, never.
Shawn Michaels.
That actually...
All of those guys have, according to Vegas, a higher chance to win than freaking Titus O'Neil. It's awesome.
So I got to take this pick now because of the way that in my mind I'm setting this up. There's always one wacky. There's not always, but I think we're in a position now where there are so many people who could potentially win that some of these.
Take the gobbledygooker, please. Don't
No, but really, really close. I think this is another year where we see a JBL spot. We're in Texas. It's going to go over really well. And is he on commentary for that match? Because Jerry the King Lawler is now going to be ringside for that one. I don't think JBL is on commentary for that particular match.
I don't know.
I'm going to put JBL in right there. And now he's going to win the whole thing, and he's going to make a run with the belt again.
Longest reigning SmackDown champ.
All right.
Clark, motherfucker.
You got 2 picks now.
All right, here we go. There was one non-roster member that I left out and did so purposely.
Uh-huh.
This non-roster member and also non-wrestler has higher odds to win than Titus O'Neil, and I'm picking him right now. Conor McGregor. Baby.
Good choice.
Thank you. I don't think there's any chance in hell he shows up, but he has better chance than Titus O'Neil.
There are actually a lot better people who have realistic chances of getting you 5 points there.
I honestly just wanted the guy on my team.
Okay, that's fine.
Next, I'm going to pick Kurt Angle. And I don't give a damn or a what he says to TMZ. I don't care what he has to say to you when we listen to your interview with him, Buff. I don't give 2 dams about it because the guy took off work to be free for this weekend. That is it. Case in point, it's done. He is showing up, and that's my pick.
We're not giving him points if he shows up early in the night for like a curtain call to stand on the ramp and wave to everybody when they make the Hall of Fame announcement. If he enters in a singlet and a mouth guard, you get the 5 points.
What if he doesn't have a mouth guard?
You get the 5 points if he shows up and gets in the ring. If he actually gets in the ring, Kurt Angle.
That's my pick.
I'm gonna
say hello to JBL.
JBL has a better chance than Kurt Angle does.
According to this sheet.
That's fine. That sheet can be as wrong as you are.
All right.
I'm going to double down on the UK. I'm going to take Tyler Bate. I think it makes as much sense as Pete Dunne getting in to have the UK title holder getting in, if nothing more than to further the UK brand that they're going to build online. So having Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate feels like 10 points to me. Easy 10. That's like a gimme putt.
They won't put 2 of them in.
Yeah, they will.
They'll have 8 spots.
Right, and they've got pretty much everybody that they need already in.
It smells like 0 points to me. 0. None.
All right,
in fact,
so
I don't see 1 point on your list.
Wow.
Both of you shut the hell up. How many rounds do we have left? Is this it? Is this the final?
I've got technically 16 written down. I was going to go to 15, but if we want to use all 16,
Let's
we can.
go, man.
And
We're still
this is going to be your round 12 and 13.
All right. Just to piss off Jay, I'm taking Sting.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, that's terrible.
Think about it. Undertaker comes out, destroys the ring. The next entry, bro. Sting.
How does it have to feel for some of these guys who are actually on the main roster to hear smarks like us talking on the internet about having people like Sting, Kurt Angle, and JBL and Conor McGregor?
Because do you care more? Would you rather see Sting or f***ing Luke Harper? Which one would you rather see?
I hate the amount of editing that you are forcing me to do on this podcast.
Which one would you like to see? I'm just saying. Sting or Kalisto? You choose. You choose. Neville or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That's not a fair.
It is fair.
It's not. That's not.
That's why they're being picked.
Hey guys, can I get my pick back?
Yeah, go ahead.
The Rock versus T.J. Perkins.
Okay, we get it. I think the Royal Rumble will be glorious.
Oh no.
Glorious. Bobby Roode wins.
I don't hate it for the surprise points, but just the idea that he's actually going to win is.
Well, it's not like Bobby's in the Royal Rumble. It just doesn't, roll off.
I just don't like the singing aspect of this whole thing.
I'm gonna go for the cheap 5 again, and I'm gonna take Neville.
Nevy.
Because I think Neville has a legitimate shot of, even if he wins the Cruiserweight belt, jumping in, and even if he doesn't, jumping in. So I think that it's not unrealistic to expect of those 8 surprise spots to have 2 of them come from NXT, 2 of them come from the UK tournament, and 2 of them come from the Cruiserweight division.
Really?
Yeah.
No surprises then.
No, 2.
No
2 surprises.
legends.
No, that's the thing about this one. You already have the legends in there. Like, when's the last time that you came into the Royal Rumble being told that a legend of the caliber of Goldberg and Undertaker were already going to be in?
2007.
Like, they don't have the opportunity like they did when they were in Madison Square Garden the year that John Cena did the surprise return. I think it was 2008.
That was cool.
They had Jimmy Snuka and Roddy Piper show up in back-to-back entrances, and then everyone else just kind of stood to the side and let the 2 old school guys have an old man fight in the middle of the ring. You don't have that space this year. There's too much. So, Neville.
So Conor McGregor wins?
No. Conor McGregor is not even going to be in the same country.
I got Sheamus.
Oh, you're going to... All
I
right.
believe hadn't been picked yet.
Could be an Iron Man, could be most eliminations. I mean, those are both you could get.
And Triple H.
Isn't Triple H gone already?
Nope.
We had a conversation about him like 15
I know.
minutes
I've
ago.
been waiting and just kind of letting it slide by. But no, all of a sudden we got to go there.
All right, 2 more picks each.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to all 16. So, God, I hate this one right now.
Yeah, this is just bad.
No, this is my Triple H pick. That's
Was
why.
it?
Yeah, so I'm completely caught off guard without anybody locked and loaded.
Just pick Titus O'Neil, bro.
I'm not picking Titus O'Neil. What if we... God, I don't want to contribute that many to it, but no, I'm not gonna do that. TJ Perkins.
Okay. Now let's let grown folks talk. Everybody's been talking about Kenny Omega and Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. There's one name that's been dying to get into WWE, but it hasn't really been discussed as much as the other guys. Well, no, that's my second pick.
Oh, okay.
Ricochet. And then I'm taking Daniel Bryan.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's not who I was actually. What I was actually thinking there. The Ricochet one makes more sense than Daniel Bryan. I don't think we ever see Daniel Bryan, and I don't want to give you points for Daniel Bryan's music hitting and the Miz coming out.
Come on, that gets like
I don't want to give him points on that.
2.5.
No points on that.
Come on,
No
2.5
points.
points.
No points.
I guess if I got 2 left, and I know that you're kind of sniffing around this one, and you're going to have the last say. I'll just say it out loud, but I'm not going to pick him. I kind of want to take Adam Cole right here.
Sounds like you are picking him, Greg.
I'm not going to pick Adam Cole, but I kind of want to take Adam Cole. So I want to make it known and on the record that I am suggesting it is possible for exactly what you were saying about guys that are out there who...
There's only one problem with Adam Cole.
What?
He's still Ring of Honor champion and under contract
How long is he under contract?
till February. His contract ends about the same time the Hardy Boys and
So you can pick Jeff Hardy.
TNA needs money. They
All
can
right.
get bought off with a 6-pack of beer and like some no-name former Tough Enough winner at this point.
All right, well, I'll dip back into the cruiserweights. I seem to be the only guy trying to get these 5 points from the cruiserweights. Cedric Alexander.
All right, so I have 2 picks and I'm done.
Yeah, these will be your last 2.
Kofi and Shawn Michaels. Yeah, buddy. And that is how you win a Royal Rumble pick podcast. It's really not hard.
Last pick, and he took Shawn Michaels. That's...
Randy Orton is winning the Royal Rumble, and I have literally just picked all of the surprises. So good luck.
One more. Yeah, I got nothing at this point. This was probably a stretch. This is probably like
Want me to
2
give you
rounds.
some names?
This is probably 2 rounds too long.
Some names?
No. I know one name that's been on Greg's mind for like the past
No,
60
it's not
days.
happening. It's not happening. I am not going to pick him.
Just do it.
I-
Do it. Do it. Do
do
it.
it.
Do it.
Try
Do
to
it.
pick.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
What can you? I've seen your picks. What can you possibly mess up at this point?
I mean, Big E could get the most eliminations, and he's still available. So there could be an easy 5 points there.
That would be weak.
Quit dragging up. I got to get on the road
Fine.
to San Antonio.
Pick
Just
Hulk
take-
Hogan and get it over with.
Kenny Omega.
And as the final pick of the 2017 Royal Rumble Pick'em, I'm taking Hulk Hogan, brother.
Yeah, there it is.
You had to get picked, right?
He had to.
You had to.
It's
now,
time.
Hulk Hogan, that counts as what you said about with me with Kurt Angle. If he's just there,
Yeah, if he just shows up to wave to the crowd, does not get any points. But if his music hits
and he gets in that match,
and he steps over that top rope,
Well, he's not stepping over a top rope. Let's be honest.
he's six.
He's going to struggle to get through the middle rope.
all right. My pick, Kurt Angle, who I think is going to show up for some reason. Talk with Puff earlier today. I don't know why he did.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened.
He's in drug recovery. Give him a break.
Yeah, he had no clue.
I don't know how this happened, but
He said
Puff-
he saw L.A. and he thought Los Angeles.
that must be it. So he got to sit down with Puff. Got to sit down with him earlier, and right out of the gate, decided to ask him what's going on this weekend, and then got into some heavier topics, and maybe a big bombshell that was dropped about his early recovery. So let's go ahead and get into Puff's conversation right now with Kurt Angle on the Raw Meat Podcast.
I'm trying not to fanboy out too hard because joining me on the phone is 13-time World Heavyweight Champion, Olympic gold medal winner, and now WWE Hall of Famer, Kurt Angle. How's it going, Kurt?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, guys.
I appreciate it, man. So I guess we'll start here and then work our way down the list. Any big plans for the weekend? Maybe a family vacation to Texas?
You guys, smart asses. No, I don't have any plans this weekend. They're all rumors. I will not be at the Royal Rumble.
In all seriousness, before we talk about wrestling and the Hall of Fame induction and everything else, I want to talk to you about your battle with drug addiction. You've been very open and honest about your battle, and recently you've made it your mission to help others with addiction issues. Tell me about your battle and your new Angle Strong app to help others that are facing the same kind of problems.
Well, to start out, I'll make this quick. I got addicted to painkillers early on in my career in WWE. I was hiding from the company, and I got out of control. Once I broke my neck, I started taking painkillers, and I loved the feeling. And 1 didn't work, 2 didn't work, 4, 8, 12. Before I knew it, I was taking 65 extra things like in a day. I was out of control. I had a lot of health issues, injuries, hiding the painkillers from the WWE. Back in 2003, they weren't doing the drug testing like they do now. So I commend them on their new program. They've been doing that for the past 10 years. So I ended up going to another company. I started drinking alcohol, too. Got me 4 DUIs in 5 years. So I checked into rehab. I hit rock bottom.
I didn't, just being a fan, following your career for such a long time, I'd see, well, Kurt Angle arrested, charges dropped, or whatever. I didn't realize that you were, that bad off, I guess.
Yeah, I was bad. And, I almost lost my marriage to my wife, Giovanna, and, I wasn't there for the kids. It was a horrible time in my life, and it just got worse and worse. And when I checked into rehab, I got out. I stayed clean for 4 years. And the problem with the aftercare is the only thing you have to do is go to AA meetings. But when you're traveling like me and you're busy and you got a wife and 5 kids, you don't have time to go to AA meetings. So the only thing you do is go to a counselor once every 2 weeks. There wasn't a lot of aftercare. There are a lot of great groups out there that help, but it's time-consuming, and they don't get much attention. So I figure with the platform I have, I'm going to speak out about it, about my addiction, my story, and I want people to stay in recovery. So I created the Angle Strong program, the Angle Strong Initiative. You go to anglestrong.com, you go to the website, you can sign up for my Angle Strong app. It'll keep you in recovery. It's a really cool concept. You check in daily, you answer the questions to stay in recovery. If you don't check in every single day, your lifelines, your loved ones, your sponsor, your family, they'll be notified. So recovering addicts relapse when they're isolated. So we don't want them to be isolated anymore. We want them to have family members and sponsors to have some form of contact with them. The app is also GPS enabled, so if you do relapse, we're going to find you.
That's
It's a really
awesome.
cool concept, and I think this is going to help so many people. There are 21 million people in America with drug disorder. 10% go to rehab. That's 2 million. Of that 10%, only 5% of the 10%, which is 100,000 people, stay in recovery. So we have the worst epidemic in U.S. history right now. 60,000 people died the last 2 years from opioid overdoses. So somebody had to do something. And as a celebrity, I was told, keep it quiet, go to rehab, don't talk about it, and move on with your life. And I couldn't do that anymore. I had to speak up.
I was about to say, you said you've been clean and sober. You've really been open and honest about this, for the past few years. For people battling the same demons, other than, staying in contact and stuff, what advice do you have for those folks that may be trying to find a way to get into recovery?
Well, first, go to rehab if you can. If you can't, sign up for the Englishton app and follow the program. This is really cool. It's what I'm trying to do is bring these people to realize, in the 12-step program, which I highly condone, they tell you things are going to be bad for a long time, for a while. It's not bad. Once you get clean and you get away from the withdrawal and you get free from being a prisoner to the drug and trying to find it every day, your life gets better every single day. It's about embracing your new life. And if you want to talk about your addiction, do it if it helps. When I talk about it, it keeps me clean. It makes me feel better about me and what I'm doing. So everybody's always told, keep it quiet. It's shameful. It's not shameful. It's a disease, just like cancer. It's a mental disease. So we have to treat it like that.
I know I don't have those sorts of issues, but I do find inspiration in your message. I read your blog whenever you post one. So, just as a person on the planet Earth, I appreciate you opening up and putting your experiences out there.
I appreciate it. It's something that I had to do. It's God has brought me here and gave me the platform to do it, and I want to make a difference in people's lives.
Just to switch gears a bit and talk a little bit about wrestling. A couple of weeks ago, it was announced that Kurt Angle, was going into the WWE Hall of Fame. What does that honor mean to you, and how does it feel to be back in the WWE family?
Oh, I honestly, I never thought it was going to happen. I talked to WWE last year. They were interested in doing something with me, but they didn't know if I was clean. It's one of those things where, you can say you're clean, but that doesn't mean anything. I think they just wanted to see how I behaved in the last few years, and when they saw the Englishton initiative, I think that helped, and they wanted to bring me back. They didn't bring me back for a wrestling role, at least not for the time being. They just wanted to focus on the Hall of Fame, and I think they just want to take it one step at a time. So all they've offered right now is the Hall of Fame, and I'm completely honored. I couldn't ask for anything more than that. And they have given me the platform to be able to talk about my recovery, about my addiction story. They have been very supportive of what I want to do to help others, and I commend them on that because they have a great recovery program for recovering addicts for the WWE. They're the ones responsible for putting me in rehab. I wasn't even an employee of theirs, and they paid for my rehab. So
I know Vince is really good about trying to take care of people he considers to be part of the family. So that's awesome.
Right, and you're absolutely right. He's done an incredible job with that. They also have a drug policy. It wasn't there when I was back, in 2003. They test their athletes consistently. So they've done an incredible job with that. You're noticing that less and less wrestlers are having drug problems. They're not dying at a young age. Mr. McMahon and WWE have come to the conclusion that they need to be responsible about what they do, and they've done a tremendous job. A wrestler like Daniel Bryan, 12 years ago, he'd be wrestling right now. But they won't clear him to wrestle because of the dangers of his neck, and I think also because he had some concussions. Mm-hmm. So they're being very responsible and very safe about how they treat their athletes, and I commend them on that.
Last night I was just kind of, preparing for the interview. I was watching the network and watching some of my favorite Kurt Angle moments. You had the rap battle with John Cena, the milk truck incident. All of it was awesome.
Looking back on your 6.5 year run, what are some of your favorite moments as a performer?
I love the feuds with Austin and the comedy we had in The Rock, Triple H, John Cena, the battle rap, and the wrestling match that we had, Randy Orton. The stuff I love most is the stuff I did with Vince McMahon. He's a lot of fun to work with. But I had a blast, and I had a great career there, and I can't complain about what I was able to produce. I love the funny stuff, and I love wrestling in the ring.
Just before I let you go, I want to say congratulations on the Hall of Fame induction, the new app, the recent birth of your daughter, and wish you the best moving forward. Tell us again about your app and how people can get it.
Sign up for the Anglestrong app and go to anglestrong.com. It's available on the Android phone right now, Google Play. It'll be available on the iOS, the iPhone, and the App Store next week. So just go to anglestrong.com and sign up for our program.
Appreciate it, Kurt. Congratulations again, man.
Thanks, guys. Take care.